Hello, my name's Hayley. I'm going to be taking you through how I use Libresoft's VisitorBook software in my primary school. VisitorBook is quick and easy to set up. All you'll need to get going is an annual subscription, the VisitorBook app, and a few basic items of easily sourced IT equipment. Your annual software subscription will provide you with access to your VisitorBook admin portal, which can be accessed from multiple devices, and the VisitorBook app can be downloaded from the Apple Store. These are just some of the reasons to choose VisitorBook. I'm going to show you the VisitorBook system from both the perspective of managing visitors to my school through the admin portal and from the viewpoint of a visitor signing in using the VisitorBook app on an iPad. You'll need at least one iPad to use the system, as this is the terminal that visitors will use to sign in. I have an iPad terminal mounted in a stand at our school reception desk for the ease of taking ID photos. You'll also need a printer for printing off visitor labels. VisitorBook is compatible with models of Brother printer labels. The printer will need to be linked to the same Wi-Fi as the VisitorBook iPad terminal. Let's make a start and I'll talk you through what I see on my VisitorBook admin portal. On logging in, I come straight to the dashboard. This provides me with lots of information at a glance. The coloured buttons at the top of the screen show the numbers of staff and visitors currently on site, as well as the number of visits today, this week and this year. I can also see the students who have arrived at school late or have left early. I can just click these buttons if I would like to view further information. In my on-site section, I have a snapshot of the people who've already signed in and are on the school site. I can see their image if they took a photo when signing in on the iPad, the type of visitor they are, and also who they're visiting at the school and why. Finally, there's the quick report section. I can easily run a report on all the visitors within a particular date range, and if needed, I can filter this report by the type of visitor. Let me now take you through some of the steps I took when getting started with VisitorBook, ensuring I get the most from this software in my school. First of all, I've set up some different visitor types on my software. As standard on the software, you will have visitor and staff, but adding additional visitor types allows me to manage different groups of people depending on the type of visitor they are to the school. Setting these up can make the sign-in process far easier, especially if you have regular visitors such as contractors or school governors. When visitors sign in using VisitorBook, the software prints out their visitor label sticker, which includes a QR code. I can specify for each of my visitor types whether their QR codes can be reused again to sign in, and if so, how long these QR codes will be valid for. On creating a new visitor type, for example here school governor, I will see the option to specify how long their QR code will be valid for. So in this example, I might set it for 1 year. Now that my visitor types are set up, I can think about what information needs to be shared with visitors to the school when they sign in. VisitorBook is an efficient means of sharing important information and communicating any requirements for visitors on site, so it can provide a really important safeguarding tool. Information is provided to visitors on the software in two ways, through alerts and through agreements. Alerts provide important information to visitors when they sign in. You can have multiple alerts showing, and you can also tailor your software so that different alerts are seen by different visitor types. So this could be emergency evacuation procedures, for example. I can also add new alerts whenever needed by clicking here. Agreements provide a step in the sign-in process for visitors to confirm that they agree to a particular requirement. For example, as you can see here, I would like visitors to confirm that they will wear their visitor badge at all times. When adding a new agreement, you'll see that you have the option to specify whether this agreement requires the visitor's approval, meaning that visitors will need to tick to confirm that they are agreeing to the statement as part of the sign-in process. Now that I'm happy with how I've set up my visitor types and I've added the alerts and agreements, let's see how this all works in practice. When a visitor arrives, they can head straight to the VisitorBook iPad terminal to sign in. On selecting their visitor type, they can start typing in their details. It's clear which data fields are required and those which are optional. They will then have their photograph taken and will approve any agreements. Their visitor badge will then be printed, including their QR code. When it comes to signing out after their visit, it's as simple as holding up their QR code sticker to the terminal screen. Let's have a look now at how I use VisitorBook in school in the case of an emergency evacuation or drill. The most straightforward way to do this is by using the VisitorBook app on an iPad or iPhone. On my iPhone VisitorBook app, I would click on Staff, followed by Run Evacuation. I'm now ready to begin. The app will display a list of all the visitors that are signed in and on site. I can then work through this list and tick each individual once they've been accounted for. Once this task is completed and all my on-site visitors have been ticked on the list, I can then click Save Evacuation. It's possible to carry out an evacuation on more than one device at the same time, and also on the admin portal and a terminal at the same time. On looking back on my admin portal and selecting Evacuation List, I can see details of all my past evacuations. Finally, as well as an intuitive menu to allow you to navigate the software, an in-depth help centre provides a wealth of information and user guides to help you get started. Thank you for watching.